My site shows up. All right. Let's see. Data. Come on, data. Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Hey, Paul.
How's everything?
Uh,
You emailed me like I just got those this morning and I was like looking at it.
I'm so sorry. You know what happened is the version you sent me, so I'd been working on it.
Yeah.
It came up with a bunch of errors. It doesn't recognize the CSV data,
Oh
even
really?
though,
Let me see. I think it's because of that I was looking at that earlier and is the data that we have, is it in the same folder or is it like in a different folder?
well, I moved it to the same folder. I restarted, refreshed the kernel just to make sure that they were together, and
Okay.
they are in the same. So I tried that several times, and then I walked through, and then I noticed that there were some, so I'd look at yours, I'd revert back to the one I sent you with the stuff
Okay.
that did make sense. And
Okay.
I don't see what happened. And
Do you want to
so,
share your screen? Maybe I'll take a look at it first.
okay, cross your fingers it works today. If not, I'll have to split out. Yeah.
Okay, let's do
Okay.
it. All right.
Let's be daring here. Okay, hold on.
I did
All
see
right.
that picture. There was a picture. We'll do that if it doesn't work.
Okay, let's see here. I think it's this one. And
Okay. Okay, it
okay,
worked.
you can see it. Okay, so this is the version you sent me last night.
Okay.
And so now, just to go back, I'll show you. The data is right here.
It's inside a
So,
folder. Okay.
okay. So I made sure everything was in one folder in the desktop. I put a new folder in just to keep these two separate because I had a ton of work in
Okay.
progress options.
Oh, okay. I think I didn't know what the error is. File not found. Is this the error?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's This is the one I always get if so it is inside a folder, right?
Yes, it is right here, the data.
Okay. We have to change the name. Can I go back to that one?
Oh my God, I think I realized what you're gonna say. Is it
Yeah,
this?
yeah. Yeah, this is exactly the error if it's inside a folder. Oh no. Why is this happening? Why is it doing that? Hello?
Hey, sorry. Well,
What happened?
it lasted for 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I'm split screen now. I can try and join again on this Mac, but I don't know if it still comes up, or I should quickly email you.
Let me just so I think we found the solution.
Found the solution for those
Yeah.
two, so that
Maybe
is
we can just like go over the other one. So if you do that for all of them, like if you change like this guy, does it work now?
it works there, and then it works on the checking the number of mice. So
Okay.
that
I'm having some if you hear some noises, I'm having some work done today.
oh, no worries. Hey, I
No,
get
it's
it.
really loud, that's why I was like, oh shit. But
That's okay.
so if you look at the file I sent you, like
Uh,
the recent one, I just sent you like
oh,
5 minutes.
you did. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I look at that and then see if you can go to the mouse ID, the one we're checking the mouse ID, because I did add a few things in there.
Add a new code for duplicates. Okay. I realize we communicate a lot. Sorry. I'll get better.
It's all good. No, this is good feedback because then I know, like if I'm doing something, like I have to explain more.
No. It's good that I okay.
Because this is
So,
pretty like for others, this is where like the main thing comes in, like the debugging.
well,
Like,
and I think I probably had that initially, and then as we went through,
yeah.
I don't know. So okay, so I've got this. I just need to copy it over desktop.
Okay. You saw the email?
I did, and you said you had, so today at 2:04. So this is
Yeah, I think I sent it like at 4 minutes beforehand. Let me see.
okay. I'm wondering if I'm copying their. It must be the right one you sent. Okay, so let me upload that,
Okay, so you got the
and
file?
I got the file, and now I'll just upload the
Okay, that's
new
good. Okay.
version. Let's see here and see what's happening. Okay. I have, when you have 20 files of the
Yeah.
same of the same homework,
I think
it's
yeah, like there's like so many different versions of it. I'm hoping
yeah.
it doesn't overwrite.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see which one is the latest. That one was from yesterday. This one I think is your version. Overwrite. It's gonna overwrite it.
Okay. Most of it I didn't really change much except for the ID.
Okay.
Because that was like I think that right there, it's not bad. Let me know if you see it. It should be
I do see it. It reverted back to mouse metadata instead of data first. So I'm gonna change the kernel and then
okay.
upload that change data. I keep saying Dara.
Data.
Data. Okay, I'll rerun it real quick. Okay, that ran fine, and then data here, data here. Okay, that ran fine. Okay, and then okay, perfect.
It works?
It worked. Okay, so now on the next one, so you have new code here. It doesn't show up on
Yeah. Maybe I'll
my version.
explain.
Yeah,
It
please.
doesn't show
Yeah,
up? It doesn't show up?
it doesn't show up. I must have grabbed.
Maybe I'll just here, I'll send you a new one. I can send this new one right now.
How about with in parens 2? Or well, that'll screw it up. Never mind. Doesn't
I'll put it
matter.
as revised. Instead of like some cryptic number.
Yeah.
Revised.
New help, please. SOS version.
Okay. let me drop this now and then so did you try at least to like figure out that part, like the mouse ID?
The cleaning, I tried. I looked back at pandas. I looked back at MatPlotLib,
Okay.
and I know it's like right there. And then I went to Google search. I am at, you know what? And I was overwhelmed with the issues I was having with the file not found here. So
Yeah, I know. So sorry about that. Like for the
no,
most
that's
part,
my bad. I should have
it's
known
like
that.
every time the file not found is always the location.
Oh, I
And you have
just
to change the string. You always have to change the string. That's always the trick. The location of it has to be changed in the string.
how
Okay.
oh, so the count. Yes, we've got the count. So I have that one, the 249. So that one's fine.
Okay. So I sent it to you, and then like let me just explain it first. So like I didn't change anything here.
Okay.
Like this thing is how we got this data in the beginning, the raw data, and
Mhm.
then I just want to compare like how many
Oh,
records we have in the beginning. So if you check, actually hold on, let me go back to this guy.
check that out. Okay. Let me see.
So if you check this, the length is 1893.
Let me add that in because that is
That's
Len.
actually what we have, and then so that you actually know what happened with the duplicates. Did it work? Did it not work?
That's a good, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll run that. 1893, I got that.
So you get okay, good. You got that? Well, it's just a
It's
length function.
it's the it's the little wins right now. Oh my
Okay.
God. So the number of
So
mice I got, so that makes sense.
so this number represents these guys, right? It represents these guys.
The number of total rows of mice data.
Yep, yeah.
Yep.
And then that number seems like really large when you're counting. If you and you did do that here, you checked it, right? Like there's 249.
Yes, I have 249. That's what I've been getting the whole time is 249. And
But
that
then
was the merge.
yeah, and if you actually check, there's 1893. There must be duplicates.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So like if you only counted 249, but there's 1893, that's not right. So that's good. That's how you confirm that you need to do something.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. Perfect.
Another thing is like you could just do that, but you could actually code it. And I guess it's good to talk about how you code that.
Yes, please.
So
Do you like
I'll,
my
I'll,
hashed
I'll
no
try.
idea tried options?
I'll try to simplify it. It's really really difficult. Just because you guys touched on duplicated, right?
Like I didn't see anything in my code or sorry, in my pandas lessons or
Yeah.
matplotlib lessons as far as I could tell. I went through all of them. That doesn't
Okay.
mean it's not there, but I didn't see
It's
anything.
probably I think it's in the pandas one. I remember like when you guys were talking about cleaning data.
Oh, so
It
I
might be in
missed it.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
usually with the cleaning data. Like when you do these duplicates and either you fill it with zero or like you take it out.
okay.
The very first thing is you have to check if there's a duplicate.
Check if
Typically,
they're okay.
yeah, typically that's what you do.
Okay. So, and then duplicated. So that is a panda function, or is
That's a
that
pandas It's a
pa-
pandas function.
pandas function?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm looking at time point, and then so the any allows for me to check any data
Yeah. All
that.
of them.
Okay. So
But
any.
this pretty much checks like if you whatever you put it in the subset, this kind of just like filters it. Like
Okay.
I mean, you have all these different columns, right? But then
Yeah.
once you filter it, you're only gonna check. It doesn't matter like because it's asking here getting the duplicate mice ID number by mice ID and time point. Might
Okay.
as well just put that in here, right?
Perfect. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
Do what it says. I like that. Okay.
yeah. And then that's why I was like trying to interpret. I was like, what does this mean? Like, and then like that's why like it kind of prompted me. I had to do this 1893 before, and it's like we have a problem here if it doesn't match up.
It's
So
interesting that your homework, you didn't have this. I mean, I know they changed it every year, obviously, to keep,
yeah,
things up to date or different.
yeah,
Each class is different, but it's
yeah.
interesting that you guys didn't have this.
Probably it's something that if you change, because I remember I was like talking about yesterday, like that if even if you have like duplicates, it's still, I think it gives you the same amount, right? The statistics is still the same.
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
but we didn't
Yeah.
do this. We didn't do this one.
So it's so interesting that that's why I was like, why did we,
Yeah.
is this a miracle or does this always
But you can check for me. You can check for me because everything should be the same, like coding. The only difference is now you updated your database. Like your data frame
Okay.
should be just like different. So I guess like yeah, the very first thing is you put that in the, this is how it usually is done. Like once you check for this dot duplicate, it just checks whatever's inside here. And then
Okay.
whatever the output is, it's a boolean. It's a boolean output.
Okay.
So if it's true, that means you do have a duplicate.
Did
That's
you?
what, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so then, so we're just running the first line. Let me try that.
Yeah.
This is good. This will help with the lessons too, you know. It's like, okay. Okay, so I
The
got
professor
true.
usually they really breeze through these. Like and sometimes like you don't
Yeah.
really see the application. Like right now we know the application. We need to do it.
Right, right. And you know, it's like when you do 12 lesson plans and, you know, with breaks, 2.5 hours, it's like,
It's like I was looking at the API. Like we're gonna do that next, but you know, like we went over what was that called, the pandas one, and I don't think we
mhm.
went over MatPlotLib like the lesson. But I don't think we have to. It's like I think by doing this homework, like I said, it's not as hard as the data frames or pandas.
Yeah,
But just looking at it, there's like 12. What was it 12 lessons in each
yeah.
one? It's like
It
so
was
much.
crazy.
Yeah. And
It's a
that's like
lot.
you cannot really regurgitate like or like take in all of that. I don't think so. You know,
I know. Well, I can't. Obviously, that's why I'm like SOSing you, like, help.
but
Are
like
you
I'll try to
still
break
up?
I'll try to break it down though. It's
Yes,
a
thank you.
lot, if you see a lot of these guys, we'll cover them. But for
Okay.
this one, for example, so yeah, so you understand this now, right?
Yes. So find the duplicates on this row.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next thing here, so after you confirm that you do have a duplicate, you have to drop the duplicates. There's like many ways you can do it, but this one they want you to drop them, right? I think that's what they want to do.
Yes.
I'm like
Yeah.
reading this guy. It says remove any data. So yeah, it says remove. Okay. So the command for that is just the same thing. You put your data frame and then you put drop duplicates, the command, and then
Drop.
you technically just drop either, yeah, you just drop the mouse ID that you have the duplicates in.
Okay. Okay.
You could have just done. You could have just done this without checking if you did have a duplicate. Because like even if
Okay.
you didn't have a duplicate, you could still run it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's just to confirm, like, oh, to someone, like, okay, there's a reason why I'm doing this.
Right.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the one thing is like when you try to like do this, you actually have to overwrite what you have. You can't just like run this as like by itself. You could, I think it's more complicated. You could technically put in place equals true. You could do that, and then
Oh.
you can take out this guy. You can take this guy out, but I don't really like using in place a lot because it seems like it doesn't really have like traction in like what you're doing. But if you do this, you know that okay, you're replacing your thing right here with the one that has it like filtered, right?
Right. So I'm
Yeah,
taking, yeah,
it
I'm
makes
I'm
sense.
revising, yeah, I'm revising that database to for clean data. Okay.
Yeah. So I would just stick with this method. Like I would do check if there's a duplicate.
Okay.
Exactly like this. The only thing that would change depending on the data is like this guy.
Gotcha.
But everything is boilerplate. This thing boilerplate, and this guy's changing. This guy's changing,
Okay.
and then the next thing would be okay. Just pretty much change the command, drop duplicates. That's it.
Gotcha. Okay. And that's
Not
a
bad, right?
pandas. No, it's not bad. No, it's I just couldn't find that, you know, because when the Google search, it was, you know, all these science experts, and it's like code this long. I'm like, what are
Oh
you
yeah,
talking
let me
about?
touch on that because yeah, when you're trying to look for like new what was it, new commands to fit your application,
Yeah.
you definitely have to go through the process of like filtering what Google search you need to do, and then like really making it specific or maybe a little more broad because sometimes it gives you weird like results, right? That
Oh,
doesn't really
very.
give you an answer.
I'm like, where am I?
For me, the one I usually like, for example, if you were to look at this and it's like, oh, what am I gonna search? I'll probably search like duplicate drop Python. That's it.
Oh,
Duplicate drop Python, and that's it. You don't
gotcha.
have to search all like this is specific. That's like obviously like what you want to do. What you want to know is like how do I drop duplicates? And I guess it's
Gotcha.
like it comes with like time because like the time when you don't put in duplicates, it's probably gonna put in something like the results are not gonna be like Python related.
No, it was all kinds of languages. I was like, I am in another planet. This is not my thing.
Yeah.
So let's head back and cry and ask you.
It's all good. But yeah, like that's just my advice on like when obviously like over time you're gonna know like I said when you're trying to clean data, one option is doing this, dropping them. The other one would be filling them with zero or NA. So like
Okay, I remember that. The
yeah,
NA or NAN, something like null.
NAN, yeah. And then
Okay.
if you wanted to search that one, you would just search like duplicates, Python, uh, replace with zero, something like that. Replace with
Okay.
zeros, replace with NA.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not bad. The documentation doesn't really give you anything because you don't know what you're looking for
Exactly.
at the moment.
What am I doing?
I think it's helpful once you see that Google search result and like, oh, okay,
Uh,
I want to learn more about this guy. Not now I know what this guy is.
yeah, let's narrow the scope here,
Yeah.
people.
Okay, so now, so like remember like we had this as 1893, right?
Yes, yes.
So let's check what this guy is now. It should have been filtered. So if you do this,
Oh,
so
okay.
now it's 249, right? It matches.
Check. Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
so that's how you do that. But I think there's this optional thing. I don't know if we had to do this one. We might
We
as
didn't
well.
have to, but let's go through it because
Yeah. Okay.
I'm curious.
It's this is another complicated set of code. It's so there's actually two ways you could do this. Like so this one only wants you to do it for the ones you remove, right? The ones that you remove.
Get all data for the duplicate mouse ID. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So logically it would be the ones that you remove would be what was it 1893 minus 249, right?
29. So around 15, 1600, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. And that's just a check. This just give you like a check of like, okay, whether this is gonna give you the right one. So I guess to explain the first one.
Okay.
So the first one right here is just it's technically let me see this. So you might have
So duplicated mouse ID.
yeah, so this guy right here, it's kind of like what you did right here, kind of, just to give a relationship. Like you have the database here, right? And then dot duplicated,
Oh, yeah.
kind of similar to this guy. And you have subset inside as the argument. But you didn't put any here, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's pretty similar. The what this is doing right here is putting all the duplicates in this variable. I just want to have another variable for it.
So we define a new variable with the duplicate in mouse ID. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So and then the next thing is you have to do this if else statement is so this if else statement it will print out because this is what it wants you to do, get all the data. It will print out everything in this duplicate like the data frame that you just created. So it will print all of that out.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
then we have, so if there's a duplicate, print it out. So then I print.
Let me just actually run this on.
Locate, I'm locating the duplicate. Mouse ID.
Okay.
Oh, did it work?
So here you go. So this is the you actually have to run the previous file like the so every time you remember you because in the first one right here, the one where you actually check the length of it.
Oh, yeah.
You've already removed it.
Oh, okay.
You've already removed it, so you have to actually run the reading from the raw data again.
Oh,
You have to run this
okay.
guy. You always have to remember that. Like maybe it's just a step back. It's like okay, what did you actually do? Because you overwrote like all the guys here, right?
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
once you pick that out, there is really no duplicates. You have to rerun them again to get this 1893.
Okay.
And then that's when you run this guy. Maybe
S-
what would make more logical sense is if you put this in the beginning.
Right. Yeah. We'll go.
So
We'll
you don't
go.
have to like go back and read. Maybe that's why it's optional. So
Yeah, and I think just they like to. Now, when you ran it, you said something about end. End equals what is that? End.
oh, this
What is
one just
that? Yeah.
this one just it's just it will edit like, for example, this guy right here. You'll put it right here instead of like the whole, off the page. I'm just entering
Oh.
it. Yeah, it's like an enter. You don't actually have to put this guy. I think this could work without it.
Oh no, but I want to. I
See?
it make it's
But what this is formatting like an enter. It enters it to the next line.
okay. So I just typed it out. I'm rerunning from the beginning. I want to make sure I get the same answer as you.
Okay. Let me know if you
And
get this 1644. Because
16.
this is the number that confirms it.
Gotcha. Okay, let's see here. Uh, it didn't show me anything unless it's still running. Let's
Do you
see.
do you have the star guy?
Star
The
guy.
star right here on the end. Because if it's still running, there should be a star, not a number.
No, it's no, just a number. So let me see your code again. So duplicate in mouse ID equals
Okay.
the database, MCA, duplicated subset mouse ID, that's fine. If duplicate in mouse ID,
Yeah.
any colon, print MCA DB loc duplicate in mouse ID and uh
Is it the
yeah,
right? There's no error, right?
there's no error. So
Did you indent this guy? Oh, actually, did you run the very first thing here?
I did, yeah. Yeah, I'll run it again.
Because that happened to me. It didn't output anything because there was no duplicates if you don't run the first one.
Okay, let's see here. I'll run it again. Sometimes I'm finding this Jupyter notebook catches or something. You got to run it 2 or 3 times for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah, it does that a lot. Yeah, or you have to
Uh,
restart.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, it didn't output anything on this.
Did you edit this, like indent this guy?
I did. It's indented, and I have all the brackets in their proper location.
That's
Now,
really
do you have duplicate in mouse ID? Duplicate. If duplicate in mouse ID, that's right, and
okay.
capitalization is all correct.
Okay.
End equals forward slash forward slash. I have the colon. I have dot any. I have the print function. I have the loc function. So weird.
What is going
Uh, it's optional. You know
on?
what?
Try to
But I
try
don't.
doing the. Did you restart the kernel maybe?
Let me try that version. Let's
Okay.
see. Restart and run all. Yes, please.
Restart run on, and then you probably have to run this one manually
Oh, right.
because then you have this guy beforehand.
So I should run all of them again. Okay.
Yeah, just run all and then like
Then go
yeah,
through each one again.
see what
Okay.
happens. Yeah, that's really weird. Yeah, because like I definitely would like.
Oh, no, hold the phone. And now I got, no. So weird because then it goes straight to the next file and then does, oh, it's a file not found error, but that's the data,
Okay.
which we covered. It nothing outputs.
Nothing outputs. Okay, that's so weird. Okay, it is optional. And then you have my file though, right? You could technically just run this one.
I don't have this one that we're working on right now. I'm
I'll
printing as
send
you
it. I'll
you
send it to you.
you may have just emailed it. I'm still working. I don't want to like cut anything off. I don't want to lose anything. So I'd
Yeah.
rather just type it out and then I'll look at yours later and try and run your new version that you just sent.
Okay. As long as you're able to, because the most important part is getting the dropping the duplicates like over here, the 249.
Right. Yeah. So that part's fine. I just don't understand why we're doing the same thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
if I can see, maybe just slightly see your screen.
Here we go. Can you see it? So this
Let me see. I have to enlarge it.
oh my God.
Or maybe
Old school.
let me stop sharing. That's how I can see it better. Try putting it down. The camera is like
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's this one.
It looks like I still can't decipher like the words, but it looks like it's the same amount of
Okay.
words.
Let's see here. Let's try. Sorry, I don't mean to get you motion sick.
Let me see this one. Okay, put it down a little bit, like the camera. There. I think I see it now. Okay, let me see. Look at in mouse. Okay, that looks like okay, ID. That's right, yeah. MCA.db duplicated subset print MCA.db.lock duplicate in mouse ID. That's super. And okay, it says 10 on the previous code block. Try running the very first one, the very first one.
This one?
Like scroll up or like all the way up. Yeah, that guy. Try running that guy first.
Okay.
It's somewhat working. I know it's very like.
It's it's
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So
So okay,
yeah, yeah, we ran it.
it ran.
So
Okay, and then
so I got
don't run all the other ones. Skip the ones, and then just run that one with the one that we were looking at.
gotcha. Okay. Oh, hey,
It
check
ran,
that
right?
out. It
I seen
ran.
it. I seen it. Yeah.
So why would that be?
It's probably because of the previous. The previous kind of like takes it out because we were that was the point of it, right? To remove the
Oh,
duplicate.
so you're right. It should have been above. That optional should have been above everything else.
Yeah. Yep. You could do that if you want because then
I'm
once you run it, this is the thing with working with code blocks. It's very convenient, but at the same time, and that's the thing with like data frames is when once you overwrite them, maybe it's more like it'll be more efficient if you named it a different one. You know, like
mm,
if you look over here, like you could have just named this a different guy, right?
oh, I could have because I've tried that before.
You 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 have to be careful. Like once you rename this, then everything here has to be different.
And that's where I get in trouble.
So yeah, efficiency and then logically.
Yeah, that's something that along the way over the next few months, I'll need a lot of help on, like
Yeah.
keeping it
You're getting it
simple.
though. Like it's like the small things. It's only the small in the generality you're getting the concept. So
Thank God.
and
Yeah,
obviously debugging takes a long time. Like
it
debugging it's
does.
yeah. And then okay, so I
So
think that
that works. And then I got 1644 like you did.
good. So just to explain this, so if you look at this, if you look at these numbers, they're all like random. They're not like there's no it's skipping values because these are all the duplicates, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like these are all the duplicates. So 1644 just to check plus 249, that should give you the original, the 1893.
Yes.
So
Perfect.
that I think that accomplishes it. That's I guess I don't know why you guys have to do that because try check like since you have it already, try check like maybe one statistic if it's still the same.
Well, let's see here. Oh,
Okay.
okay. So the next one, well, we did run, so one of the summary statistics. So the summary statistic one.
Yeah. Or and then like maybe the yeah this guy the summary statistic and then the bar chart.
Yeah, it outputs the same mean, median, variance. Oh, I did have, that's another question when we get to that I realized, but we'll go back. So it does output the same as before.
Okay,
Um,
that's good. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, you had this question about the aggregate
that
method.
one, and I was like, what?
I just yeah. So this one, let me think. How would it be different? Because this one is do they talk about like because I know the notepad had this guy, but I was trying to look for the aggregate word in here.
So that is under the first statistic. Create a
This guy?
summary. Generate a bar. Generate a summary table using.
Okay.
Generate blah blah blah.
Generate a scatter plot. Yeah, like I thought there was like another line of this guy somewhere.
There is in the Jupyter Notebook version. I don't know why
This is
it doesn't.
Jupyter Notebook version. Okay, let me see.
Or, I,
Oh, yeah. What's it called? Is it the test?
so the pseudocode. So under this number 8 cell, go down a little, and then this next cell 9 here.
Yeah.
It
Was
says
already there.
using that was already there by them. Using the
Mm.
aggregation method, produce the same summary statistics in a single line. I'm like, what?
Using the aggregation. Yeah. Let me. Okay. This one is due. This one is due tonight, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
by midnight.
Yeah. Usually. So using the aggregate, we could take a look at this right now. Like using the aggregate method, because like I'm just trying to grasp like how is it different from this? Because I'm thinking aggregate isn't that like just, but he wants it in a single line. Produce the same summary in a single line.
Summary table of everything in a single line. Yeah. Now, before you look at that, though, realize that I messed up on the mean, median, variance in SEM, and see up above where I have hashed out under my standard variation. I added the standard
Bugs. I just read
after,
that.
but bugs. And so when I went to what I tried to do is I tried to add GH under one of the two merges, the GX underscore DB or the
Yeah.
GY underscore DB, to merge everything together. And then it came out with another error.
Okay.
And I couldn't figure out why, because it's just adding that data in.
But it
So
outputs. But it outputs though.
it outputs, but it doesn't
Oh wait,
output
it
the
doesn't have standard deviation. Yeah.
Exactly, because it's not in one of the two merge lines. And so, I was trying to add it into the merge,
Let me
but
try
it
to look
kept
at the
messing.
one I have.
Because yours spell yours out so much cleaner. I just
Standard
obviously
variance. I see. Standard variance. If you did it, yeah, it's shorter, obviously.
much shorter. But I
Yeah,
was trying to keep it in the same variation that I had already had, since I didn't want to change everything.
yeah.
So
So if you look over, let me see, standard variance. You could have done this one. Okay, the standard variance.
But see how mine is, so mine has line
STD.
12 is GH. I had added that. But on line 13 and 14, I should have had it in one of those two merge files. I didn't at the time, so that's why I only come out without the standard deviation. So I tried to add it in one of those two lines, and it didn't like it at all.
Okay, let's just check something here. See if okay. And then let's print out. It doesn't print this guy. It's not the one. So group by dot std dot map, just std, which is what you did.
So, and all the others came out, so I just followed that same line. I just was.
So if you did like, let me see, so if we added that guy in here, it doesn't work.
In the line 13 or 14 above, where I'm merging the files together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
like,
yeah.
Like over here, if I did the let me see, this guy, gxdb gdge, I see, so gdge gf gg, but you didn't put gh. Gh is not.
Yeah, I tried and it didn't take. But then, now you have the rename, and then I got confused as to what
You
I
could
was
put, I think you're supposed to, let me see, if you put in,
GH comma and
it does this,
then
this guy, right?
the attribute copy. Yeah.
Because you can
Uh,
only merge two things.
oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
so maybe
okay.
you have to probably merge and merge, merge and merge.
Oh, Lord.
You probably have to, so you have these guys now. You have GY, maybe put GZ,
Okay.
GB, and then let me just try, because like that's what I encounter sometimes.
Oh,
So
okay.
and then GYDB, because you have GYDB now, right? Let me just,
Yes, I do the one above. Yep. I hope.
so let's comment this just to look at what's in there. So number 6. Oh, it's doing that again.
But I'm wondering, so you had GYDB, did we still?
It's from number 6. Is this copy guy?
Oh, that is creating more. I wonder if we should just take it out, because I was just trying to make the information keep going. And well, we talked about that yesterday. But if
If
it's
that guy comes out, so okay, we filtered it, and then oh no, that's not the it's this guy actually. Let me go back to this guy 4, and then this guy. Okay, that's good. And this guy. Okay, that's good now. So then what if we did? Let me just try merge this GYDB with the GH. I think this one will work. So on. Oh, now it's doing the same thing. This number 6. It works and it doesn't work. Why does that happen?
exactly. I
Like
I
say
was
it works and it doesn't work anymore.
yeah, it didn't like it. So I don't know if we
I
can.
think, let me think. Number 7. It's weird because then you have to keep on doing what you did up top. It seems like you have to keep on doing what you did here.
Exactly. And I'm like,
I,
I
if the best thing I would do is probably just like have that set of code like right here, this guy right here, because then this is when you keep on, if you put this guy maybe like on top right here.
oh, really? Oh,
See, like, look, I'm running it. It's working now, like every single time. Yeah, just put that guy to redo the merge,
oh, wow.
and then so yeah, there's no error. And so let me actually put the so GZDB is your new thing, and I want to merge GXDB with GZDB. Okay, that worked. Okay, let's see what happens.
Now, do I need to add a standard deviation?
Standard tumor,
Renaming?
median, variance, SEM. Where's the GH? I thought GH is the.
Oh, that's the last one on the right side. We
Oh,
just didn't put it.
oh, we didn't put like a label for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I think let me compare this to the standard deviation. It is the right one, yeah, it's right. We just have to change the label, and obviously change its position. You gotta change its position. So I'll let you do that. The one trick to like not changing this this or not outputting an error for this guy
Uh-huh.
is just to put this extra line up top
Okay.
for all of you.
Okay.
Every time that appears, the MCADB dot copy, like just do the merge again so that you don't
Okay.
have to keep on scrolling up.
It's crazy.
Yeah. The reason why is like you've already copied it, and I think logically maybe like you can only copy it once because it disappears on the other end. But then if you keep on like restarting it and restart and copy, you're always filling it up before you
Okay.
copy.
Unbelievable.
Standard deviation, tumor volume, MM3.
Nice. Okay.
It's
Oh
actually
my.
it's
Is that
not
right? Oh, that's not right.
it's the other one, ZZ. What is the name convention? I'm like, what's the name convention of this thing?
Um,
This guy right here.
why was I doing that? Why was I doing
I'm
that?
getting like because like there's ZZ and ZY. What?
I don't know why I
There's
did that. I
SEN.
think I saw it on some spaghetti code and it was like, interesting. Well, it works.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I don't need that.
So I just pretty much matched the label, the label that it was before, and I just changed it according to that. I think the best
Okay.
thing here is probably you don't have to put in I didn't
I
put tumor volume for each one. I didn't put tumor volume. I just put the name of the statistic.
Oh, really? Oh my God. See, I have to make everything incredibly hard.
Nah,
Um,
it's good. It's fine. Yeah.
no,
Well, yeah. This works, right? This works, right? Like this whole thing, it makes sense now.
it makes sense now. Now in going back to the X underscore X underscore, the on the naming convention. I don't know
Okay.
if I honestly, do I need that? I think it was just some spaghetti code I found on
Oh, this
renaming.
this this guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, you probably need it because the naming. You want to rename your. I always do this as well
you
because
do.
then like you want to communicate the right labels.
And then in the renaming convention, though, like say when I say tumor volume MM3 underscore Y underscore Y in
Yeah,
quotes, do I need that? The
you
underscore
I
Y?
think you do, yeah, because it was the name, it was the name that it was before I renamed
Okay,
it. Yeah,
gotcha. Okay,
everything to the like all these keys. This is a dictionary. All these keys. If I can
got
highlight the keys, this guys.
okay,
These are the previous names, and then you have all the values is what you're replacing the keys.
gotcha. Okay.
But for in terms of like to make this less like
Confusing.
descriptive, because like this guy is being repeated many times.
That's true. That's true. I had to be precise.
Yeah,
So
it's good. A for effort. Or extra credit, I guess.
extra credit, right, right. Got to do something.
Okay. So that's that for this aggregate method. Let me see if I can look for something about it.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like I don't know exactly what they want you to do because the same summary in the same single line.
I was off.
Is it like for all the drugs? Because there's different drugs here.
For let's see here. For each regimen, yes.
For each one.
Yeah. So there must be some sort of code that I think the way it's like he's teaching us different ways to get at the same data. So
Okay.
the up above was the group by function. This is the aggregation method, but I swear I do not remember
I don't even
any.
remember looking at that in your lesson. Like in your guys'
I
lesson, I don't remember looking at that neither.
I'm like so clueless on that. I'm like, I have no idea where to even look. I
Okay.
mean, I looked
Okay.
it at. Yeah. So
I'll
if
do
we
that
could,
later. I'm pretty sure it's just a Google search and we'll find it in 5 seconds.
no worries, no worries. Thank you. Can we go up just above the summary stats? Just there was one more pseudocode before we get. You did the combine where it says checking the number of mice in the clean data frame. So
Checking the
you
number of mice.
see right underneath. No, go down, go down.
Okay. Oh, this guy?
Line 7. So what is?
Checking the number of mice in the clean data frame. Oh, that's just the len, right? The len function.
Oh,
It's just this guy. You're checking number. The number is so after you do, we technically I did it right here already.
that's what I thought. And so I was like, is there something else that I'm missing?
Nah, every time you have to check the number, it's just the length or the value count. You could do value count, number of rows. You could do that as well.
Oh, okay. So it was just it's just getting me to, I guess, to continue to check my data is what he's
Yeah.
trying to do. So I came up with the output of 10. Is that what you came out with?
Output of 10?
Yeah, checking the number of len mca underscore db mouse ID.
The number
Oh
of
wait, oh
mice.
hold on. You know what? I did single quotes. Let's see if this.
Okay. I think checking the number of mice. If you did this on her,
Yeah, 10.
okay. So
Let me.
let me actually redo the top as usual. And then
As usual, go to the top.
yeah, and then this guy. Okay, there you go. And then so this one right here. So because what you did here was you checked the number of mice, but then I think what this thing is saying is just checking the number of records you have, right? It's either this guy or the len.
Okay.
It's just the len of this guy, which is what we did. I got 249.
You did?
Yeah. How did you get 10?
Oh, okay. But now I did because I reran everything.
Oh, I got 10 earlier too. It was a weird one. Like I don't know why you got 10, right? You said.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got 10 last time, but like it was like you have to rerun it. You have to rerun this first
Okay.
guy, and then after you do that, do the len. Like
Okay.
do the duplicate drop and then the len.
The lens. So now I came up with 249 like you did. Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Okay,
Oh,
good.
thank God. Okay.
But does it make sense? Like I guess when I'm saying like the flow of it, does it make more sense?
It does. It does.
Okay.
And I think I'll want
It's the
to.
flow that's like difficult to get. Like okay, you can just
Yeah.
because it's not plain English, you know. Like when you're talking
No.
about like checking the number of mice, that's English. But then now we're talking about code. What does that mean? That's the length of something, right?
Yeah. I'll want to probably revisit this topic over time because it's definitely, I know, so critical to
Yeah.
programming. And
This is important, yeah. This part right here where you're finally merging like the table data frames into like plotting it.
yeah. So then
That's like bread and butter.
Yeah.
You need to know how to do that.
Exactly.
Everything else, like I think the API is not even that much important. Like okay, let's actually cover that a little bit here. Wait, so did you have other stuff for this guy?
Let me go. So you were gonna check on the aggregate, like
Yeah, I'll send this to you afterwards. So
no problem. No problem. And then there was the under the quartiles, outliers, and box
oh yeah, you had that
plots.
too.
There
which line is it?
was
Is it this guy?
the first section was fine. We went through all of that, but then go to the next cell where it says generate a box plot.
Calculate.
Then right.
This is generate
right there, right there. Generate a box plot of the final tumor volume. So see where I have my code here, my code.
Okay. Let me run them first and see if we have like from the. I don't think we have to run it from. Actually, we probably have to do it.
Yeah.
So okay, we have this guy now. Let's just run this. An attribute error at number 20. Every time you keep on changing things always like down the drain.
Yeah.
Number 20. Let's see. MCADB. I know this was already operated on because you have this guy.
Operated on. So true. So true.
And then, but this one, why is this giving me?
That was my night.
Object has no attribute to frame.
But it's right there.
You have to check each line again. You have to check each line. That one works good. This one works. Okay. That one works. That one works. Why is it not? You said it works now. I don't know what. Did you see that one?
Yeah. It's like.
Why did it not work when I ran it all together?
Exactly. It just didn't. I don't know. It's too overwhelmed.
Just do what I usually do. Like, so if the whole thing doesn't run them line by line.
Okay.
by commenting out everything else, and then it should work.
That's
So
a good
works.
plan. Okay, that's good.
Works. That should work. Okay, good.
Then yeah, we went through the first round of.
I think this one. Let me see. 22.
Column not found. False.
Was this part was the one I commented out, right?
Yeah, down below. Yeah, you commented out because we were getting confused. Then you took some of your code, well, most of your code over to.
Let me see. Line by line again. Let's try line by line.
And it worked yesterday. It just.
And then after I email it, it doesn't work.
It didn't work, and then I down below. I was like, "What's the?"
Okay. So let's see. 22 doesn't work. What is wrong with 22? We have that guy. 22. Column not found.
I was like, what is the column not found? It's like right there.
Ceftamin. Did we take it out?
Oh, we didn't take any drugs out.
I'm hoping not.
We didn't touch any names of drugs.
I'm almost guessing that we filtered something from these other guys, but that didn't happen yesterday though.
No.
Like, MCADB. Let's output MCADB. See how that happens. So MCADB. Okay, and then this guy, let me just column not found. That's weird. 19.
Unless is it an out? Well, we weren't taking any outliers yet. So
as usual, let me rerun this and then the duplicate. I'm dropping. It's very inefficient that way. Like
it is.
Yeah, you have to do it all in that one code. So in this one, okay, and then let's try to go back to the bottom one. There you go. That one worked, right?
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
So I think the best thing would be
always run
you just need 4 lines really, or like 3 lines. Let me, so it doesn't, because every time you're doing all the like these graph stuff, like you're outputting a graph, you're trying to overwrite this guy, and then like once you use it for something else, it doesn't work. So you have to like reestablish or redefine it. So
wow.
Let me put like 3 more lines. So we have that guy. And then we have to remember we had to drop the duplicates. I think there's like 2 lines.
That's right.
There's this guy. So yeah, like try to do that with like every time you do something here, put it on top.
Okay.
And then the next one is like this guy. And then let's see, we can just take out this guy. And let's actually run the one that we were trying to see. Okay, it works.
So interesting.
Yeah, it's just how the name of the game. I guess it's just you have to like really see like the error that's outputting. That's what it is. Like you have to look back at what you had before that you defined, because every time you create a new graph, it will overwrite that like database, and then I think it becomes unusable for other ones.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go.
Wow. Okay. So that's perfect. That makes sense. I have to take that code and just
let me
bring
copy
it down.
that.
So then the next one where it's this one kind of the block
does the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And
was
the
this
drugs.
What we had before?
That's what I had, but we left it in, and then
we left it in, right? We left this guy in.
Yeah, and it worked sometimes, but then I think we went on to other things. But then I was like, well, we defined it, the variable drugs, but it doesn't like that variable. So I think I have to go revert back to something
Mm,
or
okay.
not use it at all. But I thought that, I just needed an index to put the various drugs in. So that's what I was just trying to do.
Where's the one I was trying to do? I thought I had like a more code in here.
No, we were working on the one above quite a bit, but the one below, I don't think we really touched that much. That
We did this
is,
guy. Let me just compare it. So we did that guy. We did this guy, right?
yes, we did that guy. And then the one below, that's, yeah.
What's the goal of this guy right here? What do we have to do with this one?
Um,
Put treatments into a list for loop, and later for plot labels.
create an empty list to fill with data for plotting. So we worked a bit on that, but then when I went back to run it again, then it was the use of the word drugs and then for drug in drugs. It didn't like the for loop and it didn't like the variable drugs. So it
Let
wasn't
me just put that.
recognizing it.
Okay, that doesn't really help. Number 8. Let me look at number 8. GD.
Attribute levels. That was
What's
what I was.
GD? What's
GD.
GD?
Oh, that. So I started playing around with the different under the statistics where, yeah, I was playing with all of these. So what you see is kind of my last ditch effort. I was just trying to get any type of volume data to get into the, and so
But his non-flow has no attribute index. Okay, no attribute index. And then
so yeah.
if you did like just is that so this what are you trying to get with drugs here? What is this dot index? You want to
Um,
know what part like what are you trying to accomplish for this one?
that one was putting it in a list. So the list,
You want to put this GD in a list?
well, put treatments into a list for loop. So I was trying to get somehow a list together before
Of
the
the
for loop of
okay
below.
of
So
put treatments into a list of for loops and later for plot labels.
so all the drugs basically
Oh, you're
into
trying to get the name of the drugs? This
the
guy?
drugs into a list for the for loop. Yeah.
Just the name of them?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we can do that one. Is it? Let's see.
Is it just drug reg? Well, no, because it's not. That was just the name of it. It's not the
Is it?
Python variable name.
Is it like? So, do you want these guys or do you want these guys?
He want. It looks like they want the drug regimen name as filler for the box plot.
Oh, so
The
he just wants the name label.
name label. He didn't really say anything about mean, median, and at least
Okay.
in the pseudocode, I was just playing around like,
It
is
seems like
anything work?
it seems like what he wants is because I'm reading this. It says and later for plot labels. So I think it's like the name of it, right? I think it's
Yes,
the
yeah.
name of it. Let's tumor volume. So let's try to do that. Let's see.
So we don't need the GD line, I think.
Okay, let's try to play around with it with here. So if you had like, let me just put that up here, and then mca.db. So this guy, right? You want the drug name.
Yes, yes.
So you have to just filter this guy out, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 4? Oh no, drug regimen. There you go. That's the drug names. These are the drug names.
Oh,
So the drug names, yeah, it gives you the, and then I guess you could do 2-frame. Is it 2-frame? I thought it was like 2-frame.
two
Two
frame.
frame. Dot 2-frame. Make it look nicer.
Oh, I didn't learn that. Okay.
Yeah. So instead of like the skeleton looking list, it makes it better like this.
Oh, I like that better.
Okay, so
That's
you have the names now, right? But then
yes.
But then do we want like the unique names or do we only want unique names, right? Not every name.
Not every, just unique names. Put treatments into a list for the because I mean we already. I don't think we need it multiple times.
So here's the unique array. So these are all the unique ones.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 of them unique ones.
10. Okay.
And then if you let's see if you can, because this is an array. Since it's an array, it's a list, so you can go through the list. It's like anything with a list. You can get the index and the element of it, right? You can go with the 10th one, which is this guy. See, everything in here is a list now. You see what I'm doing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So now
Okay.
it's a list. I think this is what you want. You actually want the array of lists. Which
Yeah,
is this guy.
I just want that.
Exactly. Let me just put it.
That's all I needed. Not like.
If you put print, now it makes more sense. If you don't put print like for a list, it gives you that array. This is what you want, right?
Yes, I want that. Yes. So
it works. Okay. So what you could, all you need to do actually is just get this guy. I'll just leave it. I'm gonna leave this over here. I'm just gonna leave this. Creating lists of treatments. So
and then that code goes in place of GD, drugs, and N size. I don't need any of those 3 lines, right?
Yeah. And what is this N size?
I don't know. I was spaghetti code. I think just so it wouldn't create a forever loop, but I don't know. It wouldn't have happened.
Forever loop.
Forever loop. Is that it? That's Python? I'm creating something new.
No, that's nice though. That's like forever 21. Forever.
Exactly.
Okay, so drugs here. This for loop should work now, because what do we put in the right here for for loops? We need to put a list, right?
We need the list.
And then drugs is a list now.
It's a list. Now I have N size, so I don't know if that drug time points max tumor volume. So I'm locating the drug.
Locate the rows which contain mice on each drug and get the tumor volume.
And the tumor volume data for plotting. So create an empty list to fill.
What we need to do here is create an empty list to fill with two. Oh, this is the empty list. This is what you're talking about, the empty list. Okay. This is the empty list, right?
Yeah, so I needed that.
And fill with tumor volume.
The bucket,
data.
yeah.
So you go through each drug, you put it inside each drugs, and you put it inside drug.
Okay.
And then you want to append this empty list when what? When you have a tumor volume?
When because they create the empty list
with the tumor volume data.
Yeah, with the tumor volume
the maximum,
data.
It looks like there's a maximum here.
I don't know if we necessarily need the maximum. We just needed the volume data for each of those drugs. Okay. Now,
let me see this one.
I wonder if.
So you need.
For plotting, we need. I think all of them.
So let me see. Drug each and tumor volume. Yeah, for plotting. Yeah. So. Locate the rows which contain the mice in each drug and get the tumor volumes of each one. So why don't we you could just like filter the tumor volumes and the drug regimen, right? Like you could put like either the tumor volume and the drug regimen in one list. It could be, yes. You have the data frame. You want this column and this column, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you want that, so you would just put a comma right here, I believe. It would be tumor volume MN3. So let's see. Maybe it's the other one, or maybe it's the other way, because it was first. Tumor volume 3. Okay, that doesn't.
Key error.
So if you did this guy, this one works.
So it likes that. Do you have to do a separate line for each? Well, that wouldn't make sense because you want it in one.
You could filter it for both.
Do you have to do maybe the second one in its own separate brackets?
Hold up. Because usually you could do both of them or any number of these guys.
Yeah.
go back to the one that we did. Yeah, to the one this guy, 6, 7. Just to look back at like the filtering aspect. Because you could do it for 2, not just 1. But is that what we want though? We just want those 2 columns, like side by side?
I think so. It seemed to be they wanted a way to fill an empty list to fill the tumor volume based on the drug.
It's kind of like this, but this is sorting it. We don't actually need this. It's kind of like what we're doing here.
I think so. Yeah, this type of list anyway.
This is the same as the data frame. You have a data frame, and then you have like type 1, type 2, which is kind of similar to what we're doing. So this one, it's just filtering. It's just filtering. Read each column. Let me see this one. Here, like this. Oh, I see. We forgot something. Every time you put 2, it's not 1 bracket, it's 2 brackets.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 brackets when you're wanting to do these guys.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right? Isn't it 2 brackets?
I thought they were each in a separate bracket, but you're right. It worked. So I was okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That's why we have to go back to the basics and just like that's a basic thing, right? With the slicing.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we have those 2 now, and that's what we want, right? That's what we want to have.
Yeah. So we need put treatments into a list for a for loop, and for labels, create an empty list to fill with tumor volume. Okay. So treatments.
Why an empty list to fill with tumor volume data?
I don't know if it's like then, because then from there we have to calculate the interquartile and determine if there are any potential outliers. So maybe
Okay.
I don't know.
What I don't understand is why do you need to fill the list when you have this guy?
Right. The way they.
What in the world? Why do you need to fill a list when you already have them in the list?
I should just put what are you talking about?
WTF.
Hashtag exactly WTF.
Just put it right here. Okay, but like, let's see, calculate so if you have these, what do you do next? IQR.
So we did,
this guy?
That's that guy. And so that was the interquartile.
Oh, this guy right here. Okay. I remember doing this. So this is quartile. It's just the difference between the 75 and 25.
Did that, yeah.
And then what is this end size?
Size.
This is the size of this guy.
Yes. So for drug and drug, end size. I wonder if
this is a new. So you're adding a new column, right? The new column is a tumor volume in this guy.
Yes. Yeah.
And because this. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm adding to the data frame size, indexing on drugs.
Oh, I see. Okay, so
appending it.
But the size, is that just the tumor volume? Is that the same guy?
It's the same thing, yeah.
Okay. So if it's the same thing, why don't we just put that guy in here? Right?
That makes sense. Sorry.
we would just put like something similar to what we have here in this guy. But then only for the tumor volume, right?
Yes, because he's just interested in the interquartile of the tumor volume. Or quantile. I think he said IQR, so interquartile. So I ran.
Okay, let me just.
Well, and I think this was. Yeah.
Okay, let's run this one first. Okay, there's a. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're not doing the for loop. If you did. Okay, that one worked. So quartile, let's just output what that is. What is inside quartiles? It's all 45 though. And that's like I'm like this number. Does it ever change?
I haven't seen it change. It's
I know, it's
like,
like it seems.
maybe there's something
Is
they
this
don't
even
know.
right? Why is it different? Why would you need to do the quartile if it's the same guy? It's the same number.
So weird. I don't know.
There's no like there's nothing here that I need to assess if it's like the same thing.
And determining then the outliers. So what would that, if
I think
they're
it's
all
not
the
right.
same, right?
Put true into list, create empty list, fill out tumor volume data. I think we're not capturing something here. If you go to, is there another column that has like what we want? So you have this guy.
We have the
Have
mouse
this guy.
ID, the time points are all 0, the tumor volume.
It's the only one, right? There's no other.
There's no other like numerical data.
Sites, no.
I mean, the only other thing is weight, their weight, that's not what he's asking. He's asking for a tumor volume. And there was no mathematical request to say.
Let me actually look at the data itself. Mouse metadata. Age and weight, okay. The other guy, study results. Yeah, they're all 45.
I'm confused.
Why would it be different?
I know, right? I don't know. And what would be the outlier? They're all
Okay,
in the plot, right?
Whoa, hold on. This one actually has different numbers. I have different numbers actually.
You do?
They're not all 45.
Oh.
They're only 45 to like a certain extent. Yeah, try opening up the mouse data or the study results, CSV.
So I wonder if we scraped out all the, well, that wouldn't make sense. We wouldn't.
9.0. Let's see.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
You see it?
So in ascending order, it goes oh. Well.
Is it because of the filtering? Maybe it's because of the filtering.
But we had to do that. That's what it asked us to do.
Yeah.
Or
maybe
I don't know.
Because the time point, when their time point is the same as your, maybe it's the filtering that was like, because if you check your time points here, they're all 0. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all 0.
And if you look at the CSV file, there's more than 0 time points. There's like a 10, 20. There's a 5. Maybe if we don't filter it, that will work out. What about that? But do you have to filter it?
Well, I would assume you'd want the clean data, and of the 249 that so 249 are duplicates. So in a sense, we should have 1,600 and some records.
It's 249. I think that's the one that's let me think. So B128, 249 is the one that's
the duplicate.
49 and 97. 5. I'm looking at this.
I think
B128. B128, okay. There's one B128 every single time point. You see it? Like does he, like, my question is, does he want like one for each time point?
I think
that's the one, like I'm thinking, like, because if he,
well, let's see here.
Because then it deletes what we are trying to delete is pretty much the other time points. It's like B128, you have like, you have, this is for time point 0, but what about for time point 5? And everything in time point 0 has 45 tumor volume.
Right. So we need, yeah, so we need,
I think you don't even need to delete it. Why do you need to delete? Because that's the only way you can get the other guys.
that's, yeah, you're unable to get at any other.
Maybe you have to ask him about it. Like, because it's a, let me just read this again. The duplicate might matter that shows up for, okay.
So only 249 show up. Then the clean data, oh wait, get all the data for the duplicate mouse ID. Then we're,
Because then if you put in, you want it to be a duplicate between my mouse ID and then time point.
yes.
So let's do that one. And then let's try look at this guy again. Here we go. So it's actually only these guys.
Oh, wow.
There's only 5 of them. Okay. So if only 5 you have to delete. So this is checking what you. And the ones that, okay, that don't have duplicates is this guy. The ones
Okay.
that have duplicates are these guys. Try check if that's true. You can actually search for these guys. G989, G989. Just to check that you have like duplicates on your original data.
Let's see here.
Oh, there is a duplicate. Yeah, there's a duplicate. 20, 20, 25, 30. Let me look at 0. 0 has a duplicate. 5 has a duplicate. 10 has a duplicate. Are you seeing the same thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing find and replace on the mouse ID. Actually, yeah, why don't I show it to you? Like so this is the study results.
Yeah, I was on that one. Okay, so I'm reading it in Jupyter, so that's why I was a little slower. Okay.
G918. So in Jupyter, it showed us there was 5 that were duplicated, right?
Yeah.
And then if you look back to it, if you look back, so G918 at 989 at 0, right?
Yeah.
So what this means is there's supposed to be 2 of these guys, or more than 1.
Okay.
Let's confirm if that's true. So you go to this guy. I'm gonna search. No, go back. I'm gonna go all the way in the beginning. So the very first one. Let me go through all of them actually. So it's 0. There you go. There's the first guy.
Okay.
Right. There's 1 of them. Right.
Yep.
And then there's another one.
Oh, sure.
And then for 10 or for 5, there's 1 and there's 2. For 10, there's 1 and there's 2. That's the one that you want to delete.
Yes.
Not these other guys. So okay, we can fix that one. Let's go back. Let's go back to that. So let's go to. There's only 5 you have to delete. That's not bad.
Okay. Not 249.
You're supposed to have like 8. Yeah. So like 1893 minus 5. So 1888. So okay. So let me. Oh, here we go. Here's where the cookie crumbled. This guy. So when you put in drop the duplicates, you're not dropping the duplicates of just mouse ID. You're dropping the duplicates of both of the mouse ID and time point. And there you go, 1888.
So, okay, hold on. So MC duplicated subset, mouse ID, time point, any.
Yeah.
Mouse ID. Now, why did you have, so just a little question, but the mouse ID and time point on the second line on the drop duplicates, you have mouse ID on a single quote and time point on a double quote. And no,
you don't have to do that. It's the same thing.
Say, oh, okay, I didn't know. Sometimes it gets quirky and then sometimes it's okay. So I just wanted to.
Yeah, for the most part, just stick to one. Like if you're gonna do all double quote it.
Okay,
Okay.
so I got 249 again. Oh, you know what? Let me run everything again. Doo-doo-doo.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me actually try. Okay, to see, confirm if that's correct, that you got the same thing, and then let me try doing that thing again.
I got 1,644 rows again.
1600.
The same that we
Oh, I
got.
see what you're saying. For that other one, at the bottom, try follow what I have here. Do you have the same thing? Where you put time point right here?
Yeah, I got the time point. If duplicate.
Do you have a tilde right here?
Oh wait, okay. Don't mouse ID time point. If duplicate. If where am I at? Duplicate and mouse ID. Yep, got that. Print.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you found it?
Yeah, it's still 60 now. It's 1,639.
Try to that's definitely not right. Try go back to the beginning and run that merge PD merge.
Okay. 1893, 249, 1639.
Still not right. Try click on this one. So you ran this guy? You ran this guy?
Yeah, I ran the very first cell or the first section.
Okay.
And then I ran the len, and that was 1893.
And then you ran this one right here. This guy.
Yours is 1888. Interesting. Mine's 1893.
Oh, this is the one that So this one is the one where I dropped the duplicates. You should have this number.
Okay.
Let's do one thing at a time. So you have 1893.
Yeah, sorry.
You have 1893, right?
I got 1893, and then check the number of mice, 249.
Okay.
And then then I got 1888. I got that just like you did. Next section, the duplicate. Yeah, the duplicated mouse ID, MCA, duplicated subset equals mouse ID. Okay, here we go. Put the time point in another. Where did I?
Yeah, whatever you put in the bracket is what you're trying to compare.
And then if duplicated mouse ID, any duplicate, they located it and end. Okay. Weird.
What happened? You got it?
I didn't get anything. Let me run it again.
Okay.
Okay. So my output looks don't want to get you seasick again.
Let me stop share. Yeah, okay, let me see.
So cell 41, this
okay. So PD read, okay. And then mouse. Wait, what is
hold on. Let me go up.
Yeah, I was like, what? Oh, this is the guy. Okay. Okay, try running that. It looks right.
Right?
But it didn't output?
It didn't output.
Okay, probably try because you ran the drop duplicates. Go back to the beginning one. That, yeah. That, and then run only the optional one.
Okay. Oh, right. Aha. Okay, so this is
that's what I got, yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, there should be 5 only IDs.
I
137, 360, 681, 869, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The bottom row is just because we had to enter it to go to the next line. So
gotcha.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
So I guess every time we you see the drop duplicates, we have to replace that. Let's actually go back to the one that we're doing.
So we were at, where were we?
I know, right?
We were at.
But good that we checked that one. Actually, I'm really glad that we actually checked that one because
well, that's the cleaning is so key that
Yeah.
That I am.
Because like, what's the point? But let's actually check now because obviously it should be correct. Let's go back to this. Oops. Let's go back to this and check our new database. And then we have different ones. So that's good. We have different ones.
Okay.
And then so since we have different ones, let's actually check the quartiles now. And it's different. So
Okay. Okay,
the
that's what it
median,
was.
yeah, that should be that one. And I think
Okay.
that's what they want, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and then the IQR, we just have to calculate the RQR now. Which should be just mapping it. It's pretty easy because we have all the numbers now. And then you just have to print it. Actually, it worked, so let's see if we can uncomment these guys out. And should be good to go, I think. Not really. Let's see, 38. 38. What string object is not callable? Did that happen to you? That's a weird one.
That one I didn't get that far.
Why do we even need this line though?
Oh, we don't. Again, just yeah, exactly. Erase it, whatever.
It's not callable. What? STR object is not callable.
Am I combining two outliers?
Like,
it's just calling outliers, right?
What's the word? Because it's a line. It's a string inside. Nothing is even outputting. There's a. Oh, I see. You made it equal print.
Oh.
A print couldn't work because it's not print anymore.
Oh God. Okay.
Did we have to restart the whole thing now?
No.
It's like print is a keyword. Let me see print.
So I don't have to equal it to something. Oh my God.
Yeah, see, something's going on. I can't even print the string anymore. We probably have to restart it because we made it equal something else.
Oh no.
Okay, restart. PD is not defined. Okay, I restarted, but we still have to go all the way.
Unbelievable.
That guy, and I like tracking like what's going on is like the harder part. Like what do we have to do, you know? There you go. Now it worked.
Oh my lands. Oh wow.
See, like you just have to track and know. Okay, now something's wrong. What is this?
End is
40.
not defined.
What is this? What it's supposed to be? What is this right here? End block.
I was locating the. Oh, I was trying to find the outliers. So I think
we're supposed to have a print here.
I was trying to showcase. So printing. Yeah, the outliers are. Okay, I'm just trying to form a set. I guess if we don't have it, well, it doesn't matter because we already have the print up here.
Yeah, but then this end is this end that we have to replace. We have to replace it with is it the tumor volume?
The outliers, yes, tumor volume are the outliers, not size.
Is it like?
And then because the lower bound of the tumor values, yeah. Do we even need that though? Because we already have
the outliers up top.
Because you commented out these last 3 lines, and I'm wondering if that's.
Like I guess like what are we trying to accomplish with these guys?
You know what? The code above these 3. Wait.
Yeah, this already works, right?
It already works, and so I think I was just playing.
I'm just gonna comment it out. I want to comment.
Yeah, I think I was commenting out one and another, and just trying to see what would work.
Another avenue to explore. Yeah.
Yeah, it just does anything work, and so.
Okay, it does work. So this is good.
Okay.
This part, you have this. I think this you just have to assess if the values make sense. Below this, above that. Okay. Median.
So yeah.
Lower. Yeah, this is the values I got from the lower and upper.
Upper one. Okay, and that makes sense then.
So we got that. Was there another one? Yeah, that was a tough one because like we had to like track what was going on.
Yeah, that was rough because then the final the next one is then the final tumor volume. I think you'd help me do that. Oh, you know what? It came up with an error because then
Which one was that one?
the next cell down where it's a blank, there we go. Generate a box plot of the final tumor volume. So it kept coming up empty.
Edited this one.
Yeah, I thought we did this.
Weird, right? Like I thought we.
I know yours worked because you showed me. I know it did because I played around with the figure size.
This is the box plot one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened? Regimen plot. This is the only thing I changed, the regimen plot. Let me go back to that one actually. Because we didn't define it. Let's go back to this
But
guy.
you did actually. If you look up there, you have regimen plot equals regimen DF.
Yeah, but then what I dropped was wrong though. Like this guy.
Oh.
This guy right here. Let me count. Yeah, we have to have time point.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if because like if I don't do that, I'll just give it to you and then like do you know what I did there though? Like so I think I only did it for a few of them. I didn't do it for all. Like where I copied the first 3 lines.
Okay, just because we lose it after each.
Because then we're gonna go back to that 249 instead of 1888.
Okay.
Okay. So
okay.
Let me try running this on. Oh, this one is actually.
That one.
Oh wait, this looks like kind of similar to what we had before.
Now is that right though? So the lower quartile, everything was 45.
Right.
Now it's right. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Lower tumor volume. Do we have to do it for this one as well?
I thought we came out with the correct. I don't think so because we have the numbers are fine.
That was only for tumor volume, and this one is this is not for tumor volume. This is for regimen plot, which is different. Or is it the same?
Regimen plot. Well, the drug regimen, not the tumor volume. It's different.
It's different, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it should be different. Okay, good.
Yes, it should be different. Absolutely, yeah.
But it says here it's tumor volume though. From what that's why I was like, when I was putting this, like it says tumor volume right here, and the other one is tumor size, which is the same as tumor volume, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So
I think what you yeah, it looks like it's similar. I think you should go with these ones actually.
Okay.
This is where I did all the interquartile stuff.
You're right. Yeah. Okay.
And then like so this is where that is, and then let's try plotting this guy. Now it should work.
So it works now. Okay, so that then makes better sense. Well, it works, and that's
okay. The reason why it didn't work because we didn't define this regimen plot.
Didn't define regimen plot.
Yeah, okay. We have to restart it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think everything should be good now.
Then I think we worked our way through that. I remember you showing me that. That should work.
As long as you have these 3 lines, you should be good with whatever you have. If you copy these 3 lines, I might as well just copy them and then like so that it's like less work.
Well,
see, like if you copied them for all these different graphs, it doesn't.
But it's we didn't have to yesterday, and I think that's what threw me too. Is yesterday
because I commented it. I commented these guys out.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. If you didn't comment them out, it would be more difficult. Like for these ones, I commented them, and then this ones I also commented out.
Wow. Okay.
Which it should work similarly.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I think
perfect.
For most of these it should work. Just let me know if something is like a little weird again, and I'll take a look at this guy.
Okay.
I think this is the only one, right? That we didn't solve.
That's the only one. We've touched every other cell.
No, it's good to do it repetitively and like kind of like go over it. Every single time you always find something different.
Yeah, I mean, this was a good MatPlotLib lesson review. I know we
Yeah,
wanted to do APIs, but we'll do
yeah.
that our
We'll do
next
that
session.
next time. Yeah.
Yeah,
The one thing I guess just for like concept wise, the API is like you guys will have a homework, right? On
we're gonna
this.
have yes, we'll have homework. I'll get that tomorrow.
Okay, because like with APIs, it's kind of similar to like a data frame or a list, but you're using a dictionary. You're using a dictionary inside a list.
Okay.
Like if you take a look at this guy, this is a dictionary inside a list, right? This is a list and a dictionary right here, curly brace.
Oh yeah, with the curly brace. Okay.
Yeah. See, like again, it's a dictionary and a list. So that's what technically an API or a JSON. A JSON is just JSONs are actually used in Twitter, Facebook, Google, everything.
Oh really?
Yeah, like what you have here. Yeah, it makes more sense if you see it that way. Like when someone is typing and then you want to get something out of it, like what you're actually trying to do, the programmer, is kind of program what the response would be.
Mm,
And like so you have the key and the value, right, for a dictionary.
yeah.
And then like when you type in like for a programmer, he has to anticipate what the user is gonna like type. For example, they could type like name of first person first, or name someone else, name of car, and then once the user uses that like name convention, then it outputs the value. And this is how like it really works. Like you have all these bunch of weird lists that
Mm,
like people create, and then you can what they're trying to do here because it's hard to read this, yeah.
yeah. Very much so.
But the way it's unpublished is this. Like when you look at the website, this is how it looks. But then how it's used is you have to actually dump that and then do some filtering to make it look like somewhat readable to a certain
Okay.
extent. Yeah, it's not bad because once it does this, you can see like all of this is just an element. The first element is a dictionary. The second element is another dictionary. So it's like
Mm,
putting two things together. You have a dictionary of you have a list of dictionaries. That's what a
okay.
JSON is, a list of dictionaries.
List of dictionaries. Okay.
And instead of working with like numbers or like just like words, now it's like a third dimension. You have like a list of dictionaries, and a dictionary has like two things in it, right? Like
Yes. Yeah.
you have the position of the dictionary, and then within the dictionary you have like keys and values.
Mm,
So yeah, it is really kind of like a 3D. You have like the 1D lists, you have the 2D frames, rows and columns with like numbers in each one, or
mhm.
like categories. And then now you have like a JSON or like an API. An API is just like something online that you put.
Mm.
And we'll talk more about it later. It's really like this thing gives it like another dimension.
Well, and it was interesting. I think just the little that I caught on how much information is out there, and just
Yeah.
to do a deeper dive to really get it. This whole idea of scraping, and finding.
Yeah. Well,
So
we're really like yeah. Let me know if there's like quite like it's probably like we'll go over each one. Obviously, I want to go over each one and see because like the way how now we learned like lists,
mhm.
lists, and then what's it data frames. We still need to work more on like data frames. I think.
Yes, obviously.
like filtering. You'll get like acquainted with it more, like how we did it today, like editing. You're gonna get more acquainted with it the more you use it. With
Mhm.
APIs though, I think what would be great is if we went over each one of these, specifically like the questions that you have, and then once I'm actually more free this week, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. If I'll check your calendar, but if Friday afternoon seems to work again. I know you were busy though, and
Yeah, Friday night at 6. Maybe that works if you're okay.
yeah, I'm COVID bound, so
Yeah,
I'm good.
that's when it ends. My stuff on Friday. Okay. I think that'll be good because at least we can go over this guy, and then by that time, we can preview the homework. I think
That'd
that'll
be
be good.
great. That'd be great because then it was very I mean, I know it's a pain to go through homework every session, but it's like
It's good though.
it,
It's
it,
good. It's a good
I,
process.
yeah, and each time I can see the errors. I can see, that I make things complicated. So how do I make things less complicated and
Yeah.
the best practices? So that's always helpful.
Yeah, and then like the fact that like going over homework as well, like you can see like how someone, yeah, for me, if I'm writing it, you can compare it, and then like
Yes.
the process of how I actually debug it. The process of debugging is something that's like, where do you even start, right?
Well, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. Because it's like it's one thing to watch him in
yeah,
class, and then you
yeah,
get your lesson, and it's like,
yeah.
what?
Everything works when the teacher talks about it. Yeah,
Of course, it's perfect then. Oh, and then
and
when
then
I
when you
get
finally
it,
work on it, yeah.
it's a
But
bomb.
yeah, but like I think that's good. The more you do it, the more we do the homeworks, because that's when then we really dig deep into like the hows, the
Yeah.
how tos. Like, yeah, let's do that. And then I think the concept itself of this one is a little bit difficult. It's not really, if you can see that relationship between like just a 1D list, a 2D data frame with pandas, and now
Hmm.
with JSON, which is 3D. I think it'll be like perfect because then you can translate. It's a different command. You have like different commands to filter it, right?
Hmm.
But
Yep.
in essence, like it's just the syntax of the 3D that's different. Everything, the
Okay.
concept is the same.
Concept's the same. Okay,
Yeah,
good,
but the
good.
syntax is different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I'll really enjoy that API.
Yeah.
Once I grasp it, I think it'll be very interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool. I think that's good. I really like today actually. It's
yeah.
the doing this whole entire like just debugging. It helps me out as well. We
I
didn't really
hope.
cover we didn't cover yeah, because like the sequence, it depends on the sequence. Like I don't want to confuse like you guys when I'm like trying to explain it.
No,
So
I think it'll be, it's kind of nice too to review when we're
yeah,
in line with the homework versus,
yeah,
we're so far ahead in
yeah,
the lesson plan and
yeah,
class that
yeah.
it's too much of a variation in time for me. So this is helpful to just let it
Awesome.
sink in. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Are you guys so after the Thursday API, what are you guys covering on Saturday? Is it
I
different?
think we get our project. I think we get our
Okay, I
teams
think
and project.
I think that's good actually because the theory kind of stops on kind of right. Like I don't know after is it just project for good or
Project until no, we present on the 28th of October. So it's just like a couple weeks for the project, and then we go into something completely new. And I don't know if it's JavaScript or what. I have to look, but it'll be like a brand new program.
okay?
Like
Are you guys doing just JavaScript by the way or just Java?
that, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
please let me know because I actually yeah
Okay.
JavaScript is totally different versus Java.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a heads up like what the November December lesson
Okay.
plan is,
Okay.
and then that'll help with then project 2, which is due in December, and then our final project is due in March. So we'll have time. We'll learn a couple programs, do a
Okay.
project,
That's good.
etc.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good timeline actually for like Python because then like yeah once we cover API and then you guys are doing the projects for a good while we're obviously gonna catch up and I can like if there's something in the project we'll talk about that then when like what you can contribute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Kind of like reinforce things that can help you contribute like because like
Yeah,
that's a lot of concepts all at once like in 3 weeks.
it's a
So
lot.
yeah, now you can like really sink in. Maybe just like you can gauge who's in your group, and then
I know.
maybe you don't have to do much, or you do. So
Yeah, I hope I don't get any duds.
Awesome. Okay, I actually have we kind of went. I don't know if we went over that, but I have another appointment.
Oh, no
So
problem. No problem.
yeah,
If you could, once you figure out the aggregate, would you mind sending me
yeah.
this? And I'll,
I'll send it to you once I figure that out.
okay,
Probably like in not like it won't be right after, but probably is it okay if it's at 8
that's
or
fine. I'm in
8:30? Okay.
class. I'm in class until 9:30, so that's not
Okay.
a problem.
Yeah, it will be before midnight for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, awesome. All right,
Okay,
see ya.
thanks.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.
Bye.